Shalom Makiam, Brother Kanan back at it again. I want to start off by giving all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. Double honor to go to the apostles and elders who were well. Peace citation to you, to the hopeful elect, teaching and preaching is true. I'm going to get into it. I'm just going to go over some of the curses that Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai had put upon us. And, and the curses are being... still to this day put up on us because the Lord, we sin against the Heavenly Father and the only begotten Son because we broke commandments. Okay, so we're going to do it on chapter 28, verse 15. Okay, but it shall come to pass that thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day. Okay, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay, so the Lord is saying that if you do not listen, okay, and do not follow my commandments, my law, statute, commandments, and his ordinances, these are the things that's going to take place. Okay, so now first want to start to say, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Okay, wherever we go, we shall be accursed in the city. Okay, we shall be like a people that are like not existent and non-existent in the city. Okay, cursed shall thou be in thy basket and thy store. Okay, food is defiled. Okay, when we walk in with food, it gets attacked or something. Just demons. Demons are playing up on our heads. So basically these curses are demons that are upon the children of Israel. Okay, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and fruit of thy land, the increase of the kin, and the flocks of thy sheep. Okay, so we're not gonna have like lots of sheep. We're not gonna have a good looking body, man. Okay, our body's gonna look. It's gonna look as if it's been run down and going through a whole bunch of pain. Okay, this is the Lord saying, man. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Okay, when we leave our houses, children of Israel, Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. This is particularly for the children of Israel. These commandments. What happens to us? Do we? Majority of cases, people, our brothers don't come home, some people don't come home. So curse going out, curse coming in. So either we get arrested, as pertaining to the Israelite men, we get arrested, get jumped, or worst case scenario, we get shot and killed. Curse going out and curse coming in. So, that's why you got to thank the Most High for bringing you home. But our people, went astray from the Most High, committing iniquity. And iniquity is basically the highest level of sinning. Iniquity is like sin on top of sin. Transgression is you're going against the law. But iniquity is transgression over transgression, sin to sin. So, verse 19, cursed shalt thou be when thou coming in, cursed shalt thou be when thou coming out. Okay, Yahweh shall send upon thee curse and vexation and rebuke in all that thou settest thine hand into, for to do until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Okay, thou hast forgotten him. So basically, whatever you're trying to do, the Lord is going to prevent you from doing it. Okay, He's gonna make it more difficult for you to try to get your hand into something that you want to get, but you can't get it. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai, verse 21, shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. That's right. Okay, so like if we go somewhere And it looked like it seemed as if people, and the next thing you know, you have like a swarm of bees coming to attack you. You know, that's a part of the curses. And, you know, locusts, you know, devouring the crops in your land, you know. And pestilence also could come in the form of disease, you know, like, you know, bacterial disease and you know, measles and influenza and you know, the Lord could do, you know, he could do these things when you sin against him, man. So it's a part of the curses, man. You know, pestilence cleaving onto Israel. You know, majority of our people always going to the hospital because they broke the commandments. Okay, you eating like pork, that not knowing that what you're eating is actually what eats the unclean stuff off the earth, and then shrimp cleans the sea, and then lobster and shellfish, and all these animals have a job for the Most High, man, to clean the earth, to keep the earth in a proper structure. So, you know, that's part of the curses, man. So, Yahweh verse 22, Yahweh Shai shall smite thee with consumption and with a fever and with inflammation. Okay, we always get sick, allergies, we diabetes, you know, measles, you know, chicken pox. We get sick, man, and that's a part of the curses, man. We Israelites never used to get sick. Our bodies used to be, you know, like mighty, but now the Lord weakened our immune system, and you know, you don't want to you break the law, statute, commandments of the Lord, man. He's going to do these things, man. That's why it's important to know His name and His Son's name, man. You know, the people who know the Lord, man. He lifted the curses. That doesn't mean the curses is not still on us, man. We still got the curses, but He just lifted it temporarily. You know, He lifted it temporarily until, you know, His Son Yahweh Shai comes back. But so that's why we're like considered prisoners of hope. So it's like, you know, you still got to endure through the curses, but the curses are our fire. So, you know, all Israel as a whole, they're all going through the fire with these curses, you know. But you guys, you know, you gotta stay strong during these curses, man. You know, but trust in the Lord, the rest of your ability, man. Trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Trust in the Most High, man. You know. So I'm gonna finish up. Yahweh shall smite thee with consumption and with a fever, and with inflammation, with an extreme burning. Okay, like you being sick, you know, temperature rising. You know, that's a sword, man. Lord putting like a fever angel on you, man. A fever demon on you. You know, rise the temperature. And with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Okay, you getting sick until you die, man. You know. So, and a lot of people don't want to read this, man. This is the vital information. This is for why you're in a position that you're in. These curses, Deuteronomy 28, chapter 15, going down, man. Very important to read. Okay. So let me just jump down to let's go to 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai thy power, to keep His commandments and His statutes, which He had commanded this day. Okay? The Lord said, if you don't hearken on to what He say, man, He's gonna punish you until you're dead, man. So wages of sin is death, man. That's what the Lord is talking about, So that's why it's important to, take a self-reflect and go over, some of the commandments that the Lord established first too, especially in the days of Moses, because this Exodus, he just gave 10 simple instructions, although there's 613 plus law, statute, commandments, but you have the vital ones in Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers. Okay, Numbers is dealing with the fathers. Okay, and Deuteronomy, it deals with how to deal wisely and what to do wisely in the ways of Yahweh Shemashah. Okay. Let's go down to, let's go to 60. It says, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt which thou was afraid, and they shall cleave unto thee. So we're in the spiritual Egypt. Okay. And the same plague that he brought in Egypt is the same plagues that he brought to us today. All right. The same plagues, okay, bleeding from your rectum, allergies, high fevers, and stomach pains. All the Lord doing these things because he broke his law, statute, and commandments. And then the only people who's going to truly come back to the Lord and his ways is the elect. We're going to be the ones to observe his commandments and his statutes, man. But this place is polluted. We even breaking the Sabbath. We're supposed to work 6 days and rest the 7th. This place you work every day, 24/7. And here's one of the part of the curses, because our people's all over the place, man. They're all over this earth. And Yahweh Shemashah shall scatter among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other powers which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Okay, and our people still worshiping these graven images. That's part of the curses, man. Idolatry, worshiping statues, and madness. So it's like the Lord's not dealing with these people, man. The Lord's a very jealous power. And he could kill you in your sleep just because you worship him. So a fake image of his son. Okay. And that's basically you attacking the Lord, period. Let's go over that again. 64. And Yahweh Shemashah shall scatter. Okay, our people is scattered throughout the whole earth, man. Even in the transatlantic slave trade, our people did get scattered to Europe and Asia. Other countries too. Okay, that slave trade was big. It was a big slave trade. And the Latinos and the Native Americans also got scattered into more on the Caribbean hemisphere. And Mexico. That's where Issachar, mainly dwells. In Brazil, a high number of Seminole Indians is in Brazil. That's the tribe of Asher. Yeah, a lot of our people is, been scattered around those areas, and the slave trade truly began in the 1400s. 1400s till present, because that's when that's when we were in the hands of the Africans, and we're using the hands of the Africans Like in around the 1500s, that's when they start to move, our people, which were like the Latin tribe, more the Latin tribe, like the Latin and Native Americans, the Northern tribe. And then, like late 1500s, they start to move Judah. So that is part of curses because our people started worshiping all the gods, all the powers. Yahweh Shem Shah, he punished us because we was worshiping all the powers, man. False gods, false deities. That made him really jealous and it provoked him to wrath. So idolatry would be the main commandment that our people broke. Idolatry and worshiping graven images. Those two commandments they broke. And the Lord took flight on our people, man. He was pissed, he basically kicked us out of his house, So, just having this name of our Lord is, it's a blessing, and knowing his ways is truly a blessing. Very important, man. And man, it took many years to get this name. That's why he said at last, I will send forth, prophets, apostles, to get the people back together. Because the Lord, he's merciful, man. He ain't gonna cut his people off there and then. He could have cut us off completely, but he made Esau do what he did, all right, and then put us in slavery, And I mean, we deserve it. We deserve it. Sin against the Heavenly Father, the only begotten Son, the highest power, in existence, man. The highest power. We deserve it, man. We definitely deserve it. Worshiping things that worshiping images that could be destroyed with the might of the Lord, man. The Lord could basically do whatever with the earth, and us dwelling in it. So, and we're going to go to 68. And Yahweh Shemashah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by the way thereof. I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Okay, slavery. Okay, that's proven slavery. Bondmen, bondwomen stands for slavery. The Lord put us in slavery. So, first Egypt was Exodus, where we, went to the land of Egypt because they were filled with corn, and that's what we wanted. And we went off from the Heavenly Father, and he had to do, he was pissed. He was getting ready to destroy us and cut us off, but he had mercy upon us because a child was born, a king was born actually, and that was Moses. He's really the king of Egypt because he was meek, and the Lord liked it that, like, this is a son that I could deal with. And the Lord, gave the message to Moses, gave him his name, and go get my people out of that place. So because they went off, and the second Egypt was the ships, man. Us being naked, backs being slapped, we're naked getting beat, our women getting ravaged and raped by defiled people. I mean, it was a bad time, and we're still in slavery today by way of paperwork, mental slavery, keeping our people down with a fake image of the only begotten Son of the Most High, to keep them in straits. And the Lord's still pissed, man. People don't listen today, man. It's, so far in the year, but the Lord said, there's certain people that it's just gonna stay a heathen until I destroy the second Egypt. So basically, we're the elect is considered Moses. Okay, Moses and Aaron, and the rest of the people is going to get destroyed because they're considered Egyptians, Israelite Egyptians, or Egyptian Israelites. So they love Egypt. The Lord says, stay away from them and just follow me, follow my word, right? So I'm just going to go to Jeremiah. Because no other nation had gotten the whooping of the Lord like how Israel did. No nation, absolutely none. No nation went through like consistent sicknesses and consistent punishments from another nation. And the Lord uses the basis of all nations to whoop us. So the other nations, they're just like whooping sticks to us until the Lord sort things out with his men and bring the judgment forth. Okay. Remember, we are the Lord's wife, but his wife went whoring, basically whoring after other powers, man. We went to go sleep with other men in his eyes, man. And then those other men raped us. But now we're trying to come out that house and trying to go out and go find the Lord again. All right, I want to end it with this book of Jeremiah, chapter 30. Verse 3, for lo, the days come, say Yahweh Shai, that I will bring again, just the confirmation of slavery. I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, which are uniquely Hispanics, Native Americans. Say Yahweh Shai, I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. Okay? So when the Lord come back, okay, we're going to go back to the land of Israel, okay? And then that's when we're going to be in our new flesh and a new stature of body, man. We're going to be transformed, along with the Most High and His only begotten Son as gods, kings, okay? Because we went through the fire. And now it's time for the heathen nations to go into captivity, okay? So, that so-called karma is in the Bible, okay? So what a man sowed, is also what he shall reap. And then that's what they're going to reap, man. Okay? Verse 4, and these are the words that Yahweh Shemashah spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. Okay? So, we almost out of here, right? And these devils and other nations going to go to captivity under the Israelites' foot. Okay, because they all had a hand in our slavery and misery. So I'm ending at that. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash, Kol Holon Yalah, Allah Haynawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. May the house of election be a blessing upon your house. The Wad Akim, Shalom.